this side, and this is gonna be a very quick and short video on the topic Zoho Flow, and through which we will push data into Zoho CRM using Webhook as a trigger. So if you have any queries in this video, do let us know in the comment section, and feel free to reach us out on our website, that is at the rate motivates.com. And so we will be creating a very basic Zoho flow. You can name it anything you want. I will name it as test webhook blog. Okay, and you can just choose the folder in which you wanna keep this one, and also write the description. We are directly jumping over to create, and here you also saw that there was explore gallery. The That's the beauty of Zoho Flow. Actually, there are actually pre-built connections, uh, which you can use to transfer data or establish connection between two different applications of Zoho, of course. And why to use webhook? We use webhook for two reasons. First of all, the data you are sending or the data you are dealing with is very simple, and you don't want much complicated data uh, you know to be transferred from one system to another one or application. And the second thing we use webhook is one of the applications that you are using that didn't actually supports auth integration, like auth 2.0 or auth, you know so it cannot handle API integrations as such, and can have client ID and client secret. So you can directly have webhook configured for it. So we will just hop on to webhook up in here, and there you go. This is the simple data I was talking about. We will be sticking with JSON right now, and this is the code, okay, that you have to copy in the app so that you can just transfer data from one to another. So we'll just click on next and wait for it. The next app we will be using is Postman to post the data directly into it. Okay, so this is the data I have pasted, and there's already a JSON data. We can name it anything or anything we want. Testing 2, check 2, phone number 3, and new 6. Okay, I already had some data pushed into it, so yes, for your reference I will be using a fresh data. And for that you can directly go to the body. Okay, if you are wondering where I have wrote this down in Postman, you can directly go to body and then select JSON from here. Okay, and if you are using you know something else, you just saw plain text also, so you can also have directly text up in here, but we are dealing with JSON up in here. And the name is first name last name. If you are wondering, this is the API name for the mapping in Zoho CRM. So you can go to the API section over the Zoho CRM and check for the basic fields that you want to update. So we will be testing it right away. Click on test up in here and go to Postman and click send. And there you go. You have 200. Okay. So let's see. We have first name, last name, phone, and email. Yes, we have received it up in here. Okay. First name, email, last name, phone number. And we will click on done. So now, why do I like Zoho Flow? You can directly just drag and drop things and create one system that's suitable for you. So up in here, we will go to Zoho CRM. Okay, and let's just fetch contacts. Okay, let's fetch a contact. So I want to deal with uh, customers who has already been converted into a contact from leads. Okay, and if you talk about Zoho Flow, this is the Again, the best thing I like about it, you can directly, when you are pushing it uh, to Zoho CRM, you don't need to just directly push it into Zoho like the leads module, but you can also, go to contacts module or accounts module. You can directly push it into that. Okay, so we will establish a connection, and as told before, give it a name, test web. That's webhook. Okay, so when we are using API for this, you will have to go for multiple steps for connection authentication, but you are just clicking up in here and you have established the connection. You can just see the connection has been established. So you can just read it out from here. Fetches a contact by email address, unique ID or name. So we will be using email ID, upon which we will see uh, if that lead if that contact already exists or not. I'm gonna use it from webhook, and do keep this in mind what I'm doing at the right side of my screen. Click on done, and then we will use a logic. Logic means what? If a contact is already existing in your CRM or not. So if the contact ID, if I go for the contact ID, that's the more unique thing. Just remember it. You can also go for email ID or another field you want, but contact ID will always be unique. So contact ID is not null. What does it mean? If the contact ID is not null, that means contact exists. Okay, I can directly go for the default one, but I will show you the next uh, if else condition as well. You can just go on and on plus, and you can have multiple decisions up in here. Okay, but we will be still sticking with this. If the contact ID is null, that's it. What do we type in here then? Contact doesn't exist. That's it. And then you can just go on and on as said. So right now we have this webhook that's receiving the JSON data from my postman, and then it's checking based on email ID, and I'm making a decision up in here. I can also rename it contact exists. Does it exist? So if contact exists, I'm not gonna do anything right away. You can update the lead or something, and it contact or update the contact. But I'm just gonna stick with contact if the contact doesn't exist. If the contact really doesn't exist, I will update or create. You can create or update contact. Okay, and I will again make a new connection. I can also uh, uh, do it from the drop down box, as I have already done that. So we have to, let's call it 3. The name has already been used, so I'm not gonna have multiple connection with the same name, just for a reference. So yeah, if the contact doesn't exist, then what are we gonna do with this? Okay, so we are creating or updating contact, and you can just read it out. Creates a new contact, updates the contact details if email already exists. Okay, so you can just fill the data right from here. So there's one thing you gotta keep in mind, cause webhook, uh, we gotta put the things into this form through the webhook, cause the contact is not existing. You cannot go from fetch contact, it will be empty, right? You can see all the fields up in here, but don't go on that. Don't be greedy. So the last name is last name, Full name is gonna be first name space last name. Customer ID, I'm not gonna do that. Phone, you can put phone, Aadhaar, phone number, contact, email. You can also add, you know, uh, data manually up in here. You can also choose like if it's gonna be a Mr. all the time, it's gonna be a doctor, or you can just set a field directly to email right now. If you think that email to is the lead owner itself, let's just suppose you can have it as motvez at the rate example.com. Okay, anything you want, and here you go, you have created one. Okay, so this is our basic good to go Zoho Flow, and let's just turn it on. Your flow is on now. And if just remember this again, I'm saying this, if it's not on, you won't be able to push data from here. Okay, so it's on now. Let's just send data to it. It's saying that I have sent the data, request is successful. And let's just click on history. If you go to history, see, this is the current time right now, 11:46, as I'm recording the video in this time only. So it is completed, and when you will click on completed, it will show the whole thing how your flow has worked till now. Okay, so input input is not there, but you receive this output, okay, from the postman. This is our data. Fetch contact, see, didn't exist, so it's showing a blank. So contact exists, it's saying yes or no. So what decision did it make? Evaluated, condition name, contact doesn't exist. Contact doesn't exist has been successfully evaluated. So create or update contact box has been triggered, and the output is you have created a new record in your Zoho CRM. Hola, Zoho CRM, and you can directly go into this. Hello Motviz, and there you have it. This is a very basic flow that I have showed you. If you go to contacts, you can find the details up in here. And also in the builder, I want you guys check it out. If the contact already exists, what will you do with it? Okay, so see you in the next video. And also check into Zoho CRM that if that if that contact has been pushed into it or not. That's a homework for you guys. That's why I'm not saying this to you. Bye bye, and we will meet on the next video tutorial. This is just for beginners, and let's just hope that you have successfully completed it. And if you have any query, do let us know on the comment section. Thank you so much.